Hi guys, my name is Darren. I'm going to be setting up my very first marine tank. Now I have had tropical tanks and I have had cold tanks for years, but I fancied a bit of a change and a bit of a challenge really. I do like what marine can offer with regards to fish and corals and things like that. They do offer a brighter variety of tank life. So basically I'm going to set up my own little marine tank. Now I've gone for a nano / Pico reef. Now there's a big debate whether they are easy to obviously maintain, you shouldn't be doing it, they're impossible and things like that. But I do enjoy a challenge, so that's what I'm going to do. Now I've just gone for a very simple setup at the moment. I should be adding things like refugium and protein skimmers, which I will at a later date, but at this stage I'm going to do without. With regular water changes, hopefully I will get away with not having these in the startup. Now, marine tanks can be a very expensive hobby. They do cost a lot more than tropical and cold water fish. Like I said, I've gone for a simple setup at the moment. I'll run through what I've got, what it's cost me, and then you can judge for yourself. Now, on a larger scale, this would be a very expensive hobby, but for what I've got at the moment, it isn't too bad really. So, first of all, if you are going to be setting up obviously aquarium, you need a tank. Now, I've gone for an 18 by 10 by 10 tank. I got this from my local pet supplier. It cost me £30, and now you do get a cheap little lid with it, but to be honest it's no good for nothing really, but obviously we're not going to be using that anyhow. Then obviously you're going to be needing a filtration system. Now I got this from Amazon for £15. It is a All Pond Solutions hang-on. What it does, it hangs onto the back of your tank, it takes water in, filters it and then flows it back into the tank. You are also going to be needing lighting. Now lighting is very important for aquariums, especially marine aquariums I should say. Now you will need two bulbs, usually for marines. You need a marine white and a marine blue, which I have here. Now you also need a starter unit, which I've gone for this T8 glow. So the whole setup for the lights and the starter unit cost me £60 from 123 Aquariums. Would recommend, they've been very helpful. Now also you will need a heater to regulate temperature, because obviously if you don't want to go on too high, too low, because it can kill off anything in the tank. Now I've gone for an Interpet, which is thermostat controlled. Now it has got a price on here of £16.99, but I actually got it from a friend of mine for £8. So my whole setup basically cost me about £113, which isn't all that expensive, but it is a bit more expensive than if you're going to be setting up a tropical or a cold tank of this size. I've just got to thank a few people. Mark Wilkinson, who's been a friend on Facebook. Now he is kindly supplying me with live sand, live coral and the water to get started as well. Not only obviously the salt water, but RO water, which is reverse osmosis water as well. Now if I was going for this on a bigger scale, I would really be needing to mix my own water and get my own reverse osmosis machine. But this can be very expensive, and at this stage I'd rather stick to something simple to basically get me started. Once I know what I'm doing and have a better idea, I might go into a bigger tank and obviously get this other equipment. I would also like to thank a YouTube channel. Now I'll just double check the name to make sure I get this right. Bulk Reef Supplies, BRF, sorry, I'll double check again, BRS TV. Now search for them on YouTube. I will actually add a link in the notes here, and just watch through a couple of their videos. I've been watching how to set up a saltwater marine tank, and they've been very helpful, and I would advise anybody else who is looking to start to get into marines to basically research thoroughly. Go on websites, go on forums, check YouTube, and basically research everything thoroughly before you start. Now one other thing which I should really mention that you really need is a lot of patience. Now it would be quite easy just to get obviously all the equipment, throw the water and the rocks in, throw a load of fish in, but it will go really wrong really quickly. It's best to start off slow, obviously cycle your tank which can take a month or two to actually do before you even put anything in there. Testing kit as well. You must get a testing kit to test your water regularly to make sure that obviously everything's in normal parameters. Testing kits, again, Amazon, I've got a sale on at the moment. Well, somebody on Amazon has got a sale at the moment for a marine testing kit for around £20. So I advise you get that as well. Okay, that's it. If you have any advice for me, please don't hesitate to leave it. I will be documenting my what's happening, my results, what I've done wrong, what I've done right, and so please stay tuned to see how I've done.